Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, and I am bringing you your week ahead reading. So we are changing things up a little bit. I am going into what I call my silly season of the year. The second half of October, November, and December, and January, actually, for that matter, are normally my busiest periods as far as readings and consults go. So doing daily readings is going to be a little bit of a challenge going forward. So I have been doing Sunday oracles for a while, and I know everybody really enjoys them and finds a lot of value in them. So please just bear with me over the next couple of months. I'm going to do a week ahead spread or a week ahead reading every Sunday, and then every Friday you will have your standard picker card. But unfortunately, the daily videos are going to have to take a little bit of a back seat from now, and maybe we'll pick it up again in the new year when I have a little bit more time on my hands. And while I'm talking about time on my hands, I also do want to say that my 2022 forecast readings are open for bookings, for orders. So if you are interested in booking a year ahead reading for yourself, please do check out my website or my social media, because all that information is there for you. Otherwise, pop me a message, a comment below, and I'll also give you where to go and get that information. And if you are thinking about booking a reading with me before the end of the year, I would suggest you get your booking in now. Otherwise, you may you may miss out. So, right, we are doing a week ahead. I have put the date up there so that you can see exactly what is the period that this is relating to. And I am working with a family of decks again, because I really do enjoy doing that. And I'm working with the Tarot of Mystical Moments and the Oracle of Mystical Moments. And I've got a nice spread that we're going to do that's going to give you kind of energy for the week ahead. What can you expect? And we're going to look at day by day. So it's almost like you're getting your daily readings, but all at once. So I do hope that you enjoy, and I do apologize for those of you who do enjoy the daily readings. Please, just like I say, bear with me, be patient with me, and as soon as time allows, I will return to doing the daily videos. Right, so as you can see, I have not laid out any cards yet. My candle is just about finished. I started a new candle, and then I was fiddling with lighting, and because it's a peculiar day as far as weather goes, so lighting is a bit of a challenge today. And this is an incredibly glossy deck, so I had to try and get the lighting right. But I have not laid out the cards because I'm going to shuffle and lay out the cards on camera. So I'm going to move the tarot deck out of the way first. I had to think about which my order is. So this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments, and from this deck, I want to get the overall theme for the week ahead. So I'm going to give it a shuffle, and this deck shuffles so nicely because it is quite a thin deck. There's not a lot of cards, and the card stock is absolutely delicious. I did shuffle the cards before I started recording, but I do like to shuffle while I've got your attention and got you here. So we're asking for a theme for the week ahead. What does Spirit need us to know? What do we all need to be mindful of? What do we need to be aware of for the week ahead? And this is the week of the 17th to the 23rd of October. So we're doing Sunday to Saturday. Sorry, I also need to put that in. We're doing Sunday to Saturday. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck over there, and we're going to take the top card. Right, I'm going to turn it over, and let's have a look and see what is our theme for the week ahead. Oh, look at that. The artwork on these cards are just absolutely gorgeous, and it is card number 7, which is Pure Nature. And I love her dress. Her dress is like I'm not even going to try and pretend I know what kind of flower it is, but I'm going to go, I want to say like a rose or a carnation, but I may be completely wrong with that. I don't know my flowers. Pure Nature, immediately what I get from it, I'm going to leave the card over there, and hopefully the glare is not too bad. What I get from Pure Nature is about, the word I'm hearing in my head is authenticity, integrity, recognizing and just getting back to basics, getting back to nature, and not overcomplicating our situations and our circumstances. So Pure Nature is a beautiful card because it says, let's be transparent, let's be open, let's be real, let's be authentic, let's be exactly who we are, and let's not cloud our intentions or our emotions or our situations with unnecessary stuff, unnecessary drama even. And the other thing that comes through with this is I'm noticing that she's part of nature. So I want to talk about like the ecosystem and the fact that we all play a part in the bigger picture. We all play a part in, in our lives and other people's lives. And it's about recognizing the part that you play, the role that you play. Let's even go that far. The role that you play and the part that you play in the ecosystem of your life and of the people in your life. So this has got to be work colleagues, this has got to be family members, it's got to be friends. It's about recognizing what is expected of you, all of that. But it's also about just getting back to grassroots and getting back to basics, getting back to nature. So pure nature is about let's not overcomplicate who and what we are with unnecessary feelings, emotions, attitudes, etc. All right. So now that's going to be our theme, and I'll bring it into all the other cards that we're going to draw. So this is now the tarot deck, and let's give it a good shuffle. Again, I did shuffle. I can't do it that way. I did give it a good shuffle before I started recording, but I do like to just give it a shuffle with you on camera. If I can pick up the cards. Right, so just going to give it a couple of shuffles. It is quite a big deck, so me and my little hands, they struggle with it, but I found a way of shuffling nicely. And let's just do one more shuffle, and then we will draw some cards. And what I'm going to do, just while I'm shuffling, is I'm going to draw a card for each day of the week. Okay, let's just give it 1 or 2 overhands. Right, I'm happy with the shuffling, and I'm going to cut the deck there, and we're going to draw. So today is Sunday. I've got to see if I can fit them all in. Monday. It's going to fit. Tuesday. Wednesday, it looks like it's fitting. Thursday might be a bit of a stretch down the bottom here. Oops. Friday and Saturday. Okay, I'm going to put the deck away and let's rearrange a little bit. I thought I had planned it all and it all fit, but maybe I didn't do it enough. So bear with me while I rearrange the cards. All right, so today is Sunday. I do apologize for the bit of glare that's coming through. But as I said, it's a weird weather day today. So try the day I'm recording this, which is Saturday, and just trying to find and make it all fit. All right, friends. So we're going to look at Sunday. We've got our theme for the next 7 days, but let's look at today. Let's look at Sunday and see what is the energy of today. What do we need to know and what do we need to be aware of? And we have got card 5, which is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is the card of, I'm going to call it simplicity, about not overcomplicating. So it actually ties beautifully in with this card of pure nature. The Hierophant is also the card of teaching, of learning, of understanding, but it's not complicated learning or complicated understanding. It's simple. It's almost the card of going to a religious leader and asking a question, and the answer you get is always the simplest one. We always tend to get overcomplicated in our minds with our situations, with our expectations or what's right, what's wrong. We tend to overcomplicate things in our mind. And the Hierophant is about, no, let's go back to basics. Let's just simplify. Hierophant is also the card about just taking the time out to absorb, to feel, to take in the knowledge and the understanding of what is going on around you. So I do think doing this kind of reading on a Sunday, getting this kind of card, it just makes sense. We're also in the middle of the month. So, and when we get to the middle of the month, we all do tend to start becoming a little bit more mindful about where are we at and how are we with achieving our monthly goals. Are we on track to achieve? And it's almost about that contemplation and just sort of re-looking at your circumstance, re-looking at where you are at it with your goals. And again, let's bring the pure nature into it and saying to you, it's about being honest with yourself. It's about that truth and integrity within yourself and recognizing the role that you play in the bigger picture and understanding. So not trying to be more than you are, being content and happy with who you are, with what you are, and what your contribution is. Okay. So that's the energy for today, and I do think that's amazing. I do think that's really good. Let's have a look at the energy for Monday. Okay, so we're sticking with the major arcanas, and for Monday, what we have there is the Wheel of Fortune. Again, the artwork on all of these decks is just really beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. So here she has this beautiful red gown that she's wearing, and you can see that she's dressed. I love that she's holding a little pocket watch. I know you might not be able to see it on camera, but she's got a tiny little pocket watch that she's holding. And it's almost like, what do we do when we're holding a pocket watch? It's like we're waiting. We're waiting for something to happen. We're waiting for an event. We're waiting for a function. So she's dressed and ready, okay? She's dressed and ready for the ball, but maybe it's not quite time yet. It's not time to go. Um, the fact that her gown is opened and revealing what lies underneath, and there is this cogwheel. And basically, what this is saying to you is that when one turns at the bottom here, it takes a long time before the one at the top also is turning, because each one impacts the next one. So it is about understanding the flow. And again, that comes in with this card that we had over here, recognizing the flow, recognizing who you are, recognizing the role that you play within the bigger picture. So maybe you are one of these cogwheels. Maybe that's exactly who you are. And you can be turning as fast as you can, as much as you can. But if somebody else is stuck, you're going to be stuck. So it's about having that understanding, I'm going to call it, of the global situation, of the, your entirety, your ecosystem, and recognizing how, what a fine balance it is. And if one person or one situation or one thing isn't perfect or isn't functioning at the way it should, it is going to have an impact on everybody else. So this is Monday's energy. The Wheel of Fortune is telling you that the wheel turns, and we have to be patient and we have to wait for your turn, when it is your turn to start turning. And this is really saying to you that maybe today is that time. Maybe it's now the time that you step up, and the time that you start your performance and you start doing your part or role that you play in the situation. So, but again, I'm going to say to you, don't overcomplicate it, all right? Recognize your function, recognize your role, recognize what it is that you're supposed to be doing, and stick with that. Don't try and do the work of two cogs. Don't try and do the work of others, and don't expect others to push you and to make you work. Each one has to give equal amount of work. So recognize your function on Monday and put that into play, put that into work, and be comfortable and happy with that. Alrighty. Let's have a look and see what we've got for Tuesday. All right, so the energy starts shifting as we get closer to Tuesday. What we've got here for Tuesday is the Eight of Swords. So here we have a person inside what looks like a bird cage. Can you see that the bird cage is actually open? They do have wings as well, which are sticking out of the cage. Wings gives the ability to fly, the ability to move, and the ability to transform and change. The fact that the bird cage is open means that they're not actually trapped. They're not actually stuck, but they're definitely, if you look at the body language and if you look at the way that they're sitting, they certainly feel as if they're trapped. They feel as if they're stuck. And it's almost like this feeling of giving in or giving up. I have to acknowledge and comment on the fact that she's not wearing any clothes, because that shows transparency. It also shows vulnerability. So on Tuesday, this is how we may be feeling. Considering we had the cogwheels turning the day before, Tuesday comes along and suddenly you may be feeling a little bit out of sorts. Like, did you do too much? Didn't you do enough? You may be feeling as if you were restricted and limited by somebody else's effort that they put or didn't put into it. And you may be feeling as if, well, you know what, you can't do anything about it. You can't change the situation. You're sort of stuck and trapped. I am going to say to you, Eight of Swords, whenever it comes up, its message is to not allow yourself to feel that way, because the way that you're feeling is not true of the situation. I want to bring it back to our pure nature over here, and pure nature is saying to you, simplify, recognize who you are, recognize the role that you play within your environment, within your ecosystem, within your world, and recognize that you are only responsible for yourself. And it's your perceptions that may be limiting and restricting and holding you back. So if you can adjust your perceptions, if you can look at your situation holistically, openly, honestly, truthfully, I'm pointing to all the relevant cards, you will actually see that you're not stuck, trapped, withheld. You're not restricted in any way. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and it's interesting how we start off with quite a calm energy, then we go into a almost a potential energy, and now we're feeling restricted on the Tuesday. Let's have a look. And I'm almost afraid to turn this one over because I know the glare is going to be terrible. So I apologize in advance. Maybe what I should do is move these around and bring it down a little bit, and hopefully that may help with the glare. Okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now let's have a look at Wednesday. The energy for Wednesday, what do we need to know for Wednesday? Oh, look at that glare. It's terrible. I'm actually going to adjust. All right, I think I have made it a little bit better than what it was. I have done some slight adjustments to the lighting. All right, so or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have to check what day of the week I am on. I'm not used to this. On Wednesday, we've got the Four of Swords. So it's interesting. We've got the two swords coming through. But look what she's doing here with our Four of Swords. She's found the moon and she's just lying down. And there's all these feathers sort of floating around her and she's not paying much attention to them. She is ready, if she needs to catch one, if she wants to catch one, if the mood strikes her, she certainly can. But actually, she's choosing not to. She's just lying there, almost taking a rest. And I think after the energy of Tuesday, after feeling a little bit, I'm going to call it frustrated on Tuesday, Wednesday makes sense that we just, I don't want to say do nothing because we can't do nothing, but it's about recognizing the cogwheels that are turning, recognizing the role that we play, and almost being content to wait, like she did over there, wait for the right time, wait for the opportunity. So be gentle with yourself today. That's what I'm going to say to you with this one. Be gentle with yourself today and don't push yourself. Don't push yourself to do more than you absolutely necessary. I'm going to say you can get away with doing the bare minimum on Wednesday. You can absolutely get away with doing the bare minimum. But it's not so much about your output as it is about the pressure you put on yourself. Because yesterday was a bad day, okay? Tuesday was a bad day. Tuesday we were feeling a little bit overwhelmed with everything that we're doing. So take it a bit easy today. Give yourself an opportunity to rest. Give yourself an opportunity to just catch your breath. Because the function and the role that you play in your life and in the lives of those around you is actually quite big, but you can't be all things to all people all the time. You are just one cog in the wheel. Alrighty. So we have done Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's have a look and see Thursday. What is the energy of Thursday for this week? We have got, I love it, the Queen of Cups. So here we have this beautiful woman. She is underwater because we've got fishes and shells and a little seahorse. Her hair is almost looks like it's octopus tentacles. And what is she doing? She's sitting, nurturing, lovingly nurturing those around her. And that's exactly your role on Thursday. On Thursday, you're going to find yourself. We isolated and withdrew a little bit on Tuesday and Wednesday, and Thursday comes along and suddenly you're feeling ready to go out again, ready to connect, ready to almost make everything a bit better. Thursday is the day that we are ready to embrace, to actually start repairing the hurt, the pain, the disappointment that we felt. Thursday is when we start feeling like we actually have a belonging, that we are part of a bigger picture, part of a bigger something, and that we have a role to play in helping and guiding others. So, Queen of Cups, her energy is very nurturing. She's the one that you go to whenever you just need somebody to listen to you, when you need somebody to just let you know it's going to be okay. So that's what you're going to be on Thursday. Thursday, you may be doing that for somebody else, but you may be finding yourself just feeling like it's going to be okay. So we start the week off with a lot of ambition, waiting to see what comes up. A little bit of negativity on Tuesday, Wednesday, a little bit of I'm going to call it emotional unbalanced, and then we start feeling a bit better come Thursday. Let's have a look and see what does Friday bring. So Friday is always a good day. I think everybody's excited on a Friday because it's the end of a work week. We can suddenly see what we've accomplished and what we've been through for the week ahead. And this is just so phenomenal. The card that we have here is the card of the world. And the world, she is the world is her, okay? She is global. She's got so many versions or variations of the earth, of the globe. And she is the last card in the major arcana, and the world card here is about accomplishments. It's about recognizing that you've made it to the end, recognizing that you have achieved the goals that you set out for yourself at the beginning, and recognizing that even if you haven't come first, you've certainly accomplished a lot, achieved a lot. The world is also the card that says to you, when the day ends, that's not the end of it, of the end of everything, the end of eternity. When the day ends, you've got to wait for the night to complete and then a new day starts. So the world is the card of recognizing all that you have accomplished, all that you have achieved, and that it's time to start getting ready for the next race, for the next event, for the next situation, for the next week. Okay, so at when we look at our theme for the week ahead and the pure nature saying to you, it's about, that blending in, that fitting in, the role that you play in the bigger picture. One flower on its own is absolutely beautiful, but when you have a whole field of them, oh wow, it is just exquisite. And recognizing that you are unique and beautiful on your own, but you're always so much better when you're in a community, when you're working with others, connecting with others, but also about keeping things simple and not overcomplicating it. Focus on being the best flower that you can be and not being so judgmental on other people, on other flowers and other situations. And I think when Friday comes along, based on how you reacted and responded on Thursday and the energies of Thursday, by Friday, you're certainly going to be feeling very confident. By Friday, you're certainly going to be feeling very sure of yourself and very much like, you know what, I've got this. And actually, it's okay. It is okay. All right. I like that. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at Saturday. What is the energy for Saturday after the week that we've had? What can we look forward to on Saturday? I love it. I just want to give it a bit more space here. So Saturday, what we have here is the King of Wands. And I mean, he is, I want to say beating to his own drum, but that's not how the saying goes. He's beating the drum to his own rhythm. I don't know what the saying is, but you understand what I'm saying. I love the fire that's coming off him. So, he's not worried about whether he's out of tune or whether he's playing along with anybody else. He's independent and he's, I'm going to call it solitary. He's focusing on his own self, but he's celebrating. He's acknowledging and he's making as much noise as he can for his own good, for his own achievements, for his own accomplishments. And King of Wands, he knows very much what needs to happen. So he understands his instrument, he understands the capabilities and the limitations and restrictions of his instrument, and he's okay with that. He doesn't expect his drum to sound like a piano. He doesn't expect his drum to sound like a violin. He understands his instrument, he understands his capabilities, and he's okay with that. And that comes back to this pure nature, because pure nature is basically saying to you, focus on you, focus on your limits, your achievements, what you can, what you can't, and be okay with that. Be okay with all that you are and all that you can be. Okay. um Recognize that you are constantly evolving and developing, and this is what he's doing. Even though he recognizes his drum and he's happy with his drum, but the more he plays it, the better he gets at it. It's like practice makes perfect. We understand that. And if you look at the week that we've had, if you look at the 7 cards, a card a day for each of the days, we certainly can see exactly how we have evolved. It's certainly been a week of recognizing who and what we are, recognizing our own strengths, overcoming our own restrictions and limitations, and allowing ourselves to be all that we can be and all that we need to be. Right, I'm not done yet, friends, because I'm picking up the Oracle deck again, same as that. I want to shuffle and I want to draw just one more, because obviously we've given a lot of information now for the week ahead. And what we're asking from Spirit now is, I want just anything else that they want us to know, anything else that we haven't covered for the 7 days, for the next 7 days. What else does Spirit want us to know in preparation for the week ahead? What else? Okay, I actually am going to take that one over there because it felt good. We have got card 18. Treasured memories. Of course, yes, because that's what this week is all about. It's about creating those treasured memories. It's about creating, and you know what, when we have this world card on Friday, that feeling of accomplishment, understanding the role that you play in the bigger picture, learning and making sense of the week ahead, overcoming this feeling of being trapped, restricted, limited, recognizing that it's your own thoughts that are creating that, taking the time to rest when necessary, nurturing the self as well as nurturing others, and allowing others to nurture you, understanding all your accomplishments and being okay with your, I'm going to call it your chosen instrument. All of that is where treasured memories come from. Because what is a memory? A memory is something that we hold on to, something that comes back to us over and over and over again, that brings us a sense of happiness and joy. Or it could be on a negative, but we don't focus on negative on this channel. We only focus on positives. But treasured memories are things that we hold on to. You can see she's holding on to this balloon with a cloud in it. Because it's thinking back to something that's already occurred and having the understanding, having the happiness and the joy that comes from that treasured memory. And that's what this week is made of. So let's make this week a memory to remember. Let's make it something special by not putting unnecessary additional pressure on ourselves. All right. Friends, I do hope that this helps you. Please let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this format. And please, like I said, do accept my apologies for not giving you the daily readings going forward. If you miss them terribly, I will consider bringing them back at some point. But until my diary allows, unfortunately, we're going to stick to the weekly. But let me know how this works for you. And obviously, this video is available to you for the whole week. So you could come back every day and watch just that day's portion if you need the daily inspiration. All right, friends, and until we connect again, from my heart to yours, with all the love and blessings in the world, take care.